What's up, guys? I've got a cut test for you guys. It's my second one of the night. Just did that Spyderco, and even though it was 8cr, that's a lot of cutting. Let me check the camera real quick. Had to raise it up a little bit. Sorry about that. Anyway, second cut test of the night. It's cold out here. I'm doing the Gerber Air Ranger. This knife is in 7cr17mov, and I really didn't plan on doing anything below 8cr, but I'm just tired of hearing people say stuff like, "Oh, I was given a gift, and it was in 7cr," and it's so bad that I just throw it away or use it, give it as a gift knife or sell it in the yard sale, stuff like that. 7cr17mov is not that bad. Believe it or not, even 5cr is not that bad. They don't really have terrible edge retention. I mean, it's not good, but it's not bad. Considering what you can get these knives for, they don't cost very much. You can find them at Walmart for like $10, $12. This is actually a solid little knife for $12, even $15. The texturing on it really grabs your hand good. It's got aluminum scales. Lockup is great. The actions on these things are really good too. And remember, these knives were designed by Harsey. But the action is not bad. Like, look at that. And that is rock solid. There is no blade play. Absolutely none. Anyways, I'm just tired of people saying that 7cr, 5cr, 8cr, Mov is just garbage steel. It's not true. It's not no super steel by any means, but it's not a bad steel as long as the money's right. Hell, there's nothing wrong with it. You'll see. This thing will cut more than you expect it would. If somebody didn't know better or done cut tests with these, they'd probably say, "Oh, it'll cut like 50 feet before the edge is gone." Yeah, not even close. 7cr17mov is not that bad. It's really not. Spraying a little alcohol on the blade to make sure that there's no remnants of any tape from where I just cut the cardboard apart. It's just a couple cuts, so I'm not going to count that into the equation because I use the very tip of it anyways. So let's get this started. I don't think this will be a terribly long cut test, but it's probably not going to be overly short neither. And testing protocol is as normal. We cut until it'll no longer cleanly slice newspaper without catching. I'm going to start the cut about right here and immediately go to right here. So you'll get a little bit of use right here, but only like that much of the cardboard. Then I'm immediately going to move to right here and wind up cutting on about that much edge. So right at an inch to maybe a little less than an inch. This edge is 16 degrees per side, finished on a Koromaku 1000, and easily hair popping. Alright, let's go. Can y'all believe that TikTok didn't get no extension? They actually shut the app down? With all that money that TikTok makes, I did not expect for that to really happen. I fully expected them to give some type of extension or something, because I believe Trump will reinstate it anyways. Man, that is one good cutting edge right there. And this blade don't have the greatest of geometry neither, but that is one good cutting edge. Alright, there's one. It's still shaving. No problem at all. Beautiful. There's two. And actually, I'm just starting the cut right here and finishing it, so literally that is my cut path. I'm cutting in less than an inch of blade surface. Beautiful. Beautiful. That was me, I'm sorry. No catches yet that I can feel. Nope, looking good. And I'm pretty much just push cutting, so I'm really wearing on one specific spot of that blade very heavily. Like most of the cutting is happening on probably like a quarter of an inch. Okay. I'm going you can see, there's my cut path. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh yeah. As you can see already, most people would have never thought this would cut that long without that edge, falling off. It's not, I don't think, whoa, I almost cut myself. No, believe it or not, it's actually, it's not shaving, but it's actually pulled a couple little hairs just then. In where I'm cutting at. Like I said, not shaving, but kind of tearing the hair out. Man, I don't know if you can see it, but yes, it don't let people tell you that 7cr17mov is that bad. It's not. The biggest problem with where people hate on this steel so much, it's from people talking out their asses and YouTubers steel snobbing. They'll tell you, it's barely serviceable. Well, clearly you see that's not true. Hell, 3CR is pretty bad, I'll give you that. That's, even when it's done decently, that's pretty bad. But 5CR and up is definitely a usable steel. Like, the edge retention is not that bad. I could feel some ever so slight little catches. It's still cutting good, but yeah, I'd say maybe one or two more. Yeah, one or two more. I don't feel no catches on my nail. Yeah, I'd say probably two more. That's what it's got in it. Cardboard before, damn it. And believe it or not, the ergonomics on this knife is not that bad either. I can feel the edge starting to fall off a little bit. It's not wanting to push cut as easily through the cardboard. Feeling so ever so teeny little catches. Oh, still doing good. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know. I'm just tired of the jerks that tell people random stuff. You know, they act like they know everything and they just tell you whatever. And they really ain't got no clues. They're just horses' asses that are trying to act like they know something, and it's annoying. Like, I want this hobby to be fun for people, and you know, if you've got 3CR and you love that knife, then be frickin' happy with it. And don't let asshats tell you otherwise. 'Cause I'll say it again. Reddit, that place is another world. As much as I love it over there, because I like to troll people, but good Lord, Reddit's a messed up place. It is raining cats and dogs out there. No kidding. It has been all day long. It's raining like hell. Oh, I ain't doing that. I'm gonna cut the shit out of myself just then. If I would have pushed through that cut, I would have been in trouble. Oh, still feel itty bitty little catches, but that ain't gonna tear paper. Yeah. It's getting there though. It's getting there. Oh, I don't know. There is a catch there. I can feel it, but it's not done yet. Nope. Probably one more. Now go ahead. And the next time you hear somebody say something stupid like how terrible 7CR is, send them this video. They'll argue with you until you blue in the face, you know, and just tell you how terrible it is and that you don't know what you're talking about, blah, 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 blah. Well, here's the proof. And I don't care what anybody says, as bad as they talk about Gerber, and in some cases I get why people hate on Gerber so much. But I'm sorry, Gerber doesn't make as bad an eye as people make it out to be. Yeah, some of their stuff is crap. Just like some of Kershaw's stuff is crap. Some of Kershaw's stuff is crap too. You know, but don't make it seem like Gerber's is just next level crap. And again, not true. And some of their USA made stuff is fantastic. Like the Sedulo. That knife, in my opinion, blows the Benchmade Griptilian out the water. It's better. It's a better knife than the Griptilian is in every way. And their S30V is done pretty damn good too. Like seriously. Well, guys, I think this is gonna be the last one. feel some teeny little nicks on the nail. Still feels like it's cutting this cardboard great. I have felt it fall off a little bit, but not much. It can't cut much more. It cannot cut much more. There's no way. There's no way. I've tested this stuff before, and right now this is impressing me, and I know about what it'll do. Holy shit. Look at that. I am absolutely, that's not a tear, it just caught slightly. Now that did tear. Whoa, that we might be there. Hold on. No, it's still slicing. I think. Yes, I can't call it there. It's still cutting with, like, that little tear was it. I don't know, because the next three slices slice perfect, so I can't call it there. I think this will be the last sheet though. I'll check it halfway through. Remember, a lot of this performance comes from a good sharpening. Don't ever go off of how a knife performs by the factory edge. I don't care what kind of knife it is. Cheap, not cheap, doesn't matter. Don't ever go by the factory edge. It doesn't really tell you anything. Yeah, here we go. Yep, that's it. Yep. Alright, we are done. It's right on the verge. Like, I can make it clean slice if I'm very careful, but if I'm not careful, well, shit. No, that's it. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, we're there. It's really close. I have to call it because it's, no, I don't know. Yeah, it's grabbing. That I'm gonna call it there. It could probably do a half a more sheet before it's catching like every time. But I said, as soon as it catches and rips, when a proper cut's been done, then I gotta call the test. So that's it. And remember, I'm not contacting the table. I'm leaving about, you know, an inch at the bottom, so the table isn't doing any of the doling. This is all cardboard. God, I feel like I hate to call this test right now because it is okay. I just want to make sure I'm calling it right. Yeah, it's definitely catching. But see, that sliced so good. But there, it's just an ever so slight catch. Yeah, it's just an ever so slight catch. Yeah, I gotta call it. That's it. Alrighty, so let me count this up and get back with you guys. Alrighty, so there's the number. Gerber 7cr. Here's the cutting. 442.7 feet. Absolutely impressive. 442.7. And it probably could have went a little further. I probably did call that 10 or 20 feet early. But it's catching, so, you know, I have to do what I have to do, and I hate to call it that, but you know, I like it to tear every time, but I can't go off of that. I have to go when it first grabs and tears, and if it does that a couple cuts, you know, say if a couple out of 5 is catching, and I'm doing my cut on that paper correctly, then I've got to call the test. Because the nicks are very, very teeny. Very, very, very teeny. Yeah, I mean, I can feel them, but I feel 3. I feel 3 very teeny nicks. So, 442 feet, or 443 feet. Out of 7cr17mov, and this is what's really impressive about this. You can see the cuts. They're in there to there, there to there, and most of the cuts is actually there to there. That's less than an inch of blade. Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry if I'm moving the camera. I've got it charging while I'm cutting. Let's see. Okay, right there. Yes, that's less than an inch. Maybe 7/8, maybe a little smaller than 7/8. So, and that was almost all push cutting. The vast majority of that cutting, the vast majority of that cutting is done right here. Probably in about a 1/4 inch section right here, because that was mostly push cutting. That is a shit ton of edge retention. And exactly why it upsets me so badly when I hear jackasses say, yeah, you know, 7cr, if you're using that, it's just so bad that you know, it's not even serviceable. I hate that word. not the word serviceable. I hate hearing people say it's not even serviceable. Oh my God, that irks me so badly. But again, it's just people that don't know what the hell they're talking about, and they want people to listen to them, and then they do because they don't know any better, and then they go tell this person, and now anytime they see it, they comment and say the same thing, and so on and so on and so on and so on. And before you know it, every comment you look at on a video that's in a knife is 7cr17mov, you're gonna hear, "Oh, that's so bad. I wouldn't buy any of that. That's so terrible. It's not even worth carrying." Look how much cutting that is. That is a lot of cutting. What Spyderco 8CR did, hell, I don't remember, right at 500. So, and to be completely honest, this edge still feels better than that Spyderco. Oh yeah, by far. Oh yeah. This edge feels way sharper now than that Spyderco edge did after 500 feet, or 497 or whatever it was. Now it did get a catch in it faster, but this edge is definitely sharper. Way sharper. Yes, no doubt about it. I actually that Spyderco I actually resharpened afterwards, because that edge was even I tried to strop it back and it wouldn't come back to shaving. So now, and not even come back to clean cutting newspaper that well, but this right here you go. Just on 2 microns, same thing I dropped the Spyderco on last night. I guarantee this edge will probably come back to shaving pretty easily. I guarantee it's not going to catch now. Yep, look at that. Beautiful. It'll right back to push cutting. Yeah, not quite push. Yeah, it'll push cut, but not great. But easily slice. And that's just with a couple dropping passes, not even really being that careful. Hell, that edge will shave. Right there in the cut watch. Yep, come right back to shaving. Not good shaving, but shaving. Don't let anybody tell you 7cr17mov is terrible. It's not. It's not true. I don't care who tells you it. I don't care how much you think they're the messiah of knives. It's not true. That is not a bad steel. The performance is pretty damn good. All this cutting and 7/8 of an inch of blade on a $15 knife that you can go to Walmart and buy. Come on, man. These things are banging. And 7CR is not bad, and neither is Gerber. Stop letting people tell you it and then going and reading comments, and all they do is just spread bullshit, and then yeah, it's pointless. It hurts the knife community as a whole. Gerber 7cr17mov, 442 foot of cardboard, and could have easily went more. I just have to call the test there when it first catches when there's an actual catch. Now, if I tear the paper in a cut and then it goes back and cut 4 or 5 times and it's perfect, I'm not going to call the test. But when it catches and tears and catches and tears, that's where I got to call the test. That was a minuscule catch. And like I said, I really didn't want to call the test this then, but I had to, because that edge was still plenty good and could have went easily another 50 feet. In fact, it would have been right up there with Spyderco's 8CR. To be honest, judging by how it feels, it might have beat it. Anyways, there you go. 442.7 feet. That's a lot of counting. That's a lot of cutting. Second cut test for this evening. I'm done. You guys have a good night. I hope this was enjoyable, and there'll be plenty more.